that's absolved, from this. I have not come up with enough answers for this team. I have to do a better job. Our group has to do a better job. We have to put our feet into the dirt and hold our ground. We have not come up with solutions, and we've pretty much tried everything. That's why I say I have not been able to come up with solutions for that. This has been one of the biggest challenges of a regular season that I've been a part of.
All right, so the fourth quarter woes are just a part of what has plagued the Heat as of late. They're the worst team in the final quarter since February 1st. That has led to this losing streak. Miami, they've struggled to close out games. That's led to 18 losses this season where they blew double-digit leads. That's tied for the most in the NBA. So UD, supposed to they've tried everything. What do they do?
Continue to fight. I tell these guys all the time, the easiest thing to do in the world is be a loser. Anybody can do that. You got to continue to fight. You got to continue to push through each other. You got to have those uncomfortable eye-to-eye communications with each other, and all of us are being judged. The guys in the locker room are being judged. The coaches are being judged. Hell, I'm being judged sitting on this panel by what I say because I'm a Heat culture guy. All of us are being judged. What you going to do? Are you going to stand 10 toes down and thug it out in the paint, or are you going to let go of the rope? The world is watching. Right now, these last couple games, the world is watching the Miami Heat to see if Heat coach is going to pull through or if Heat coach is going to break. I got to believe in those guys in the locker room. I know those guys personally. I know that coaching staff. I know those guys are going to come out and continue to fight. I know Bam Adebayo. I know Tyler Hero. I understand those guys, so I know what those guys are thinking. This is growing pains for those guys because they are stepping in a situation where Jimmy Butler is gone now. They want to be the leader. They want to create a legacy for themselves. They want to be known as winners. This is a tough time for them, but winning cures everything. If they continue to push through, turn it around a little bit, then everybody will forget. There you go. We're going to have to take this outside, Perk. Now, don't do that. I don't know what you're finna say.
You know who else needs to be judged? Pat Riley.
Damn,
Pat Riley.
Perk,
Pat Riley. I mean, listen, a legend, man, a legend. But one thing we have this saying in the South, old people are stuck in their ways, okay? Pat Riley is stuck in his ways. He's about to turn 80. Tomorrow. He's about to turn 80. When you look around the league and you look at the teams that are having success, legit title contenders, they got young blood in those seats. And I'm not telling them to walk away from the organization. I'm just telling them to be a consultant. Let somebody else have this seat. Let somebody that's going to go out there and be a guy that's not afraid to change what the Heat culture is about. Meaning, the Heat culture, you know this, we're going to develop you through the draft. You're going to develop through our player development. Now, sometimes you got to ruffle the feathers and say, I'm about to go swing big. I'm about to go get a big fish. I'm about to go do certain things. And I just think Pat Riley, his time has passed, and that's okay. It's time for him to hand over the torch.
I'm not sure if I'm all the way there on his time has passed, but I think more importantly, it might be time for a pivot. If you think about teams that have reinvigorated their identities based off of a culture, look at what OKC has built. Look what Detroit has built. The Knicks are a good example of they had a similar, we're going to grind it out type of situation, but then they pivoted towards getting Karl Anthony Towns and getting offense. Not all is lost. And I feel like the expectations are super high for the Miami Heat relative to where they are. They knew a couple off seasons ago they needed help. They took a swing at Dame Lillard. They knew this season they needed help. They took a swing at the trade deadline. We heard Kevin Durant even being in the mix of potentially going there. There are other stars to help them, and I do think UD is right. Just having them go through these growing pains will make their star players better. I'm not saying that they need a complete culture reset. I'm just saying they might have to pivot in their point of view and focus on the youth around them instead of this is how we approach the game. Sorry, you like my voice?
Yeah, that was a very The Godfather.
In Rouse we trust. In Rouse we trust.
Perk, last word on this.
Brad Stevens, young. Kobe Altman, young. Sam Presti, young. All of those are leading these organizations. All of these organizations. Kobe Altman, young. Need young blood leading this organization. Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge knew I'm going to hand the keys over and go to Utah.
Hey, sit this one out, man. I'll see you outside.
We're talking about one of the most brilliant basketball minds ever. 9-10 champion, 2 times with Miami, reached the finals 6 times, won championships 5 as a head coach. That's who we're talking about. Marks, exactly 1 month to the start of the NBA playoffs. There's a lot of basketball left to be played. Only 3 teams have clinched spots. There are lots of questions left to answer. None bigger than the West, where the Thunder, they have a lock on that top seed since Halloween. But the 2 seed, it's been like a game of musical chairs. I do love musical chairs. Nick, these 4 teams are separated by just 1 game. So who do you expect to, channel your inner horseback rider, grab the reins here?
Let's go.
Down the stretch.
It is rodeo season in Houston, so you're onto something, but I'm not going to try to jinx my squad. I'm looking at the Denver Nuggets because if you think of the 2 or those remaining, the Los Angeles Lakers have the 3rd toughest remaining schedule, so it's going to be hard for them to climb. Denver Nuggets still has Nikola Jokic, knowing that they had there was a lot of conversation after their last game. I think they show up, they step up, and they build off of that bonus win they got the other day.
They have a big game against Los Angeles Lakers tonight where they can clinch the tiebreaker in that head-to-head matchup. Sinead, more from you in just a minute. As for the rest of the West, the Warriors, they currently sit above the play-in line, but it is by a very thin margin. Did y'all coordinate, or is this just getting the Obama off the dome?
It's just a big man thing.
It's a big man thing. I wouldn't know nothing about it. Perk, who stands up to you? Who stands out from this group to you?
Hey, look, I know during the production call I said the Warriors, the Timberwolves, but damn it, I'm looking at this and I done switched up. I'm looking at the Los Angeles Clippers right now, and especially the show that Kawhi Leonard put on last night. When you think about what they're doing, Norman Powell should have been an all-star. James Harden looking like that system again. Zubac, a top 10 big in the league, led by Tyronn Lue. This team right now, I had Phoenix early in the season, but they fell off like no limit. I got the Clippers as my dark horse of coming out of the West.
By the way, Zubac's 28 on his 28th birthday. Happy birthday, Big Zoo. As for the East, top to bottom, pretty established here, but the middle of the pack, that's where things have seen the most movement. Home court in the first round still up for grabs. So, Udonis, who do you expect to be in control from this middle of the pack group?
I'm going with them Detroit Dogs.
Detroit
basketball. You know I like dogs. You know I like toughness. These guys right here are led by a superstar in the making, Cade Cunningham. They have veteran leadership in the locker room and Tobias Harris. They have Malik Beasley, who broke the single-season three-point record for the Pistons this year. A lot of people don't know that. And they have an ultimate chip on their shoulder, and they don't know what they don't know. They don't know that they're not supposed to be there right now.
Perk clearly agrees with you because it looks like y'all are about to start a Congo line. Perk was
Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike.
But since October of 2023, the Boston Celtics, they have been the title favorites according to ESPN Bet. That run, it came to an end today. The Thunder, they are now the favorites, but I trust the eye test a little bit more than the odds. The Celtics, they won last night. The Thunder, they were off. So this change, it wasn't really an abrupt reaction. It's something that's slowly been building all season long. Perk, do you think that the Thunder have surpassed the Celtics here?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And look, if they was to match up in the finals, I think that series would go 7 games. I really do. I really do. I think SGA is just that damn special. But again, when you look at the starting 5 of the Boston Celtics, it's no drop-off, offensively, defensively, right? And I think experience kick in. I always tell people, it's almost like comparing it to a boxing match and you fighting Floyd Mayweather in Vegas. When you go into the NBA Finals, your first time in the NBA Finals, you could be overwhelmed by all the attention, the excitement, the focus being on you, and then all of a sudden you forget that you have to actually play basketball.
Hey, listen, Perk, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start the day off on your side. I don't know if I'm going to be on your side all day, but I'm going to start the day off on your side right now. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a show-me league. This is a show-me league. What have you shown me? Yes, OKC has shown us that they can win in the regular season, but can you win in the finals when the lights are the brightest? We've seen Jason Tatum do that. We've seen Jaylen Brown do that. We know the Boston Celtics step up in the biggest moments. So I'm sticking with Boston.
Hey.
Don't get used to it, but I'm sticking with Boston.
Hey, elbows up, Perk. We're trying to fight. No, I thought you were going to do the whole boxing analogy when talking about the Thunder to talk about how they have the best defense in the NBA. And Floyd Mayweather is known for making you swing and tire out. He's a defensive guy. Come on, man. How do I know more boxing than you? Look, honestly, I think this is what they're trying to do. It's good that they're favorites because that shows that they're winning. And winning at this point is very important because if the NBA Finals were to be dictated by the standings today, they would have home court advantage. And they need every advantage as they're trying to build their resume in the playoffs.
Proof is in the pudding. You have to do it in the postseason for people to